Go get your drink and planners and let's plan together.
Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to Planning with Jamie. Today we are going to do our February monthlies. So I have 3 different planners that I need to get my monthlies set up. We are currently on the 27th, so it's absolute perfect timing. I could kind of reflect upon like what has worked in January and what I need to change for February, or what I need to build upon for February even. There's been a lot of positive things in January. So we have our daily duo monthly that we need to set up, and that's like all things personal. And then we have our fitness monthly, and that's obviously for my wellness journey. And then we have my dashboard planner monthly, and that's for all things planning with Jamie. Okay, so I've already gotten a few things out that I know that I'm going to need, and I've pre-printed the kits that I want to use. So I have 2 different kits every single month that is an option. Let me get these all separated here. That is an option for you guys to purchase. I tried to do one that's like really holiday and then one that's not. And so I like to give you guys like different choices. So these are the February kits. This is kit 393 and this is kit 394. Guys, I love this kit for all year long. I love these colors, the boldness, the brightness. It's just happy. Oh, this one, like I knew I was going to be using this one for sure. All right, so the February one, I believe we are going to be using this one for our dashboard planner. So all things planning with Jamie. And then this one, I ended up printing out 2 separate ones. So I have one that has all 3 pages here. So the boxes, the cover up boxes, and then the main sheet. I ended up printing out 2 of them because this is going to be our daily duo, our personal planner for the monthly, and then this one is going to be the fitness one for the monthly. Now last month I didn't use one of my kits for the fitness and I loved it, but I also like want to try out using my kits in the fitness one. So okay, we are starting with the daily duo one, so let's put these 2 to the side. And then the other things I'm considering in some of these is I had both of these as slight miscuts already like cut out and stuff, and I feel like they're very appropriate for February, and so I got them out. Not quite sure like what I'm going to use them for quite yet, or if I'm going to use them, but I know that they are options. And then the other thing we like to do, especially in this planner, in my main planner, is to do a monthly to-do list, and so we need that one out. And we need to check if we have our weekly stickers. So what I mean by weekly stickers is right here, how I put each week of the year. I need to see, I haven't done it in February yet. All right, so we have those out. We like to do those in a couple of the planners. So let's go ahead and we are going to lay those down first, because otherwise I forget and I have to like rearrange. And I'm just double checking what orientation they are. All right, so this is week 6. So if we go back, week 5 is down here and it's a whole entire week. And so this is week 6, and we just do a Monday start for as far as this goes, because our daily duo starts on a Monday. And so that makes a lot of sense in my mind. Okay, it is funny because there's 20 million gazillion other things on my to-do list today, but filming has to be the priority. And it's not only about filming, it's about organizing my life, because this is all a different month. And so I don't think that we are going to put week 10 into this spread, but getting this down helps the rest of my life. And so it's really worth prioritizing filming this, so that also this is just done in my life. So, okay. And then this will be really weird with this whole entire bottom being a different month. Like, I don't think there's very many months that we encounter that at. All right, so I already pre-printed February on here. So let's get that. And then I just line it up with the corner out here in the top. and then it ends up laying down perfectly. There we are. So beautiful. I love these colors. Love, love, love. Okay, and then same with the other. I find putting like all of these bigger portions on first is actually the best bet, it feels like. So that's kind of what I do, really no matter what spread it is. It is so windy outside today, you guys. Oh my gosh, like my sweet house. Okay, then you have the option of doing a Monday start instead of Sunday start. Again, I keep it Sunday start, but my week count is Monday to Sunday. Okay, now we need to lay down here, lay down our washi strip down here, and I'm going to use this dark blue. I like doing this first because then the side box layers over it. I have a feeling this is going to be extremely long video. So again, I forgot to tell y'all, grab your drink, grab your planners, grab your to-do list, menu plan with me if you don't need to set up your spread for the week or for the month. Get something done, girl. Like if you do your menu plan for the whole entire week, oh my gosh, like last week we had a nightly supper plan and we stuck to it. And as far as grocery shopping, it was so easy. As far like there was no stress or decision making happening during the week. It was like the best thing ever. And then this week, oh my gosh, like we're only on Tuesday, but this week I have not done that because we have a pretty monotonous week. And I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the difference. And it's funny because this morning that was like one of my thoughts right away was, oh my gosh, I wish that I had a menu plan in place because that was so great last week. But we do with what we can do with, right? So it's okay. Alrighty, meaning there are so many down here. Let's see how much it covers on. Oh, it doesn't cover the whole washi tape. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna do our cover boxes on this last week. Okay, flip it over and then we're gonna do these four. Okay, so one thing that I want to chit chat about while we do this is monthly and quarterly planning, okay? So I believe I have said in quite a few videos that I did the whole first quarter planning, like content planning or designing planning for Planning with Jamie. Like kind of anything that I need to do for Planning with Jamie, I did the whole first 3 months worth. And it kind of comes from the 12-week year, but not completely. Like the thought process is, but it's not trying to get a whole year's worth of stuff done in 12 weeks. So that being said, I did that right before the New Year's, and that has helped so much. And it's also helped keep me accountable so that I'm more productive. So I plan monthly, but I also plan quarterly. Throughout the year, I already have like a few things planned out. Like I know how many kits I want to do for each month and all that kind of stuff. But then I break it down into what does this look like quarterly? And then I break it down, what does this look like monthly? And then I break it down even more into weekly and then daily. And this is personal life and this is also for the business. And so it feels really monotonous, but it really isn't. In the long run, it really saves a lot of time, energy, effort, mental stress. Like, I don't think that we realize how much mental stress and burden that we carry every single day with the amount of decisions that we have to make. Because, like, okay, what's everybody having for breakfast? And if they're not having breakfast at home, what am I sending them with? And do they have their snack for school? Do they have their water bottle for school? Is there any activities? Today is stuffy day for my daughter that she gets to take a stuffed animal. Does she have that? Is it the appropriate size to take to school? Like, what's everybody having for lunch? Oh, is the laundry done so that everybody has everything that they need? Like, see how all these decisions and thought processes and everything can like weigh you down. And at this point, like everything that I just said, I didn't even say everything, but I mean, that's just to lunch, you know, and then there's still like a whole bunch of stuff going on after that. And so sometimes when you put stuff on, I want to call it kind of like autopilot, when you make really good routines is what it comes down to. When you make really good routines, then the stressful decision-making burden decreases. And that is so, so important because it is actually really, really amazing. What you guys just saw is in the back of my sticker book. I have the months, and basically anything that is specific to a month, I put the sticker back. So we have Valentine's Day, which is absolutely appropriate for this spread. And so we are just gonna go ahead and put that one down. And then while we chit chat, I'm gonna put my date dots down, or no, first we need to put we have these big boxes. So we have to figure out what day we want to put those big boxes on. Okay, one day that I see is, I believe the 27th is going to be a big day. I haven't heard, there's supposed to be like a 5th grade dance. I haven't heard anything about it. It is just on the district calendar for our school, and I have 2 5th graders. So I want to put that down. And then these 2 days, oh, I'll have to take this back up for a second. These 2 days we have dance competitions of some sort. And so one is solo only, and then the other one is groups and solos and everything. So sometimes we compete all of our numbers, and sometimes we do like only solos, duets, and trios. Those ones are always optional to do, but I absolutely love watching my girls like get up there and go all on their own. And so we always do the optional ones. Okay, so we have those two. And then here we have a dance convention, but I'm trying to think if I want to put it there or let's go ahead and put it there. That feels appropriate, because it is a pretty big thing going on. So as you guys can see, dance really takes over our life really rapidly, but we love it. We love it. It is just building awesome family and character and all that kind of stuff. And our daughters, like our studio is great, great, great. Okay, now I'm gonna put the date dots down as we continue to chit chat about pre-planning. So like I said, if you pre-plan, like what I end up doing is I look at the whole entire year and I have like each month written down, and then I start writing in each month if there's anything specific that has to happen that month, like car tags, changing the furnace filter, birthdays, if there's dentist appointments, doctor's appointments, even if it's something as simple as like need to get the garden started, I end up putting it down. And then I write down like monthly reoccurring tasks. So every single month I love to detail my truck, the family vehicle, because with a family of 6 and with the like go that we do, if you don't keep up with it, it can get bad. And so what we end up doing is I used to, whoa, that turned sideways as I put it down. I used to vacuum it every single week, but during the winter time, I feel like I don't as much because it is so windy and bitter cold. And so I kind of decreased to like every other week or every 3rd week during the winter. But I go and vacuum it. I always pull like the excess stuff out that doesn't belong in there anyways every single week. But then once per month, I get out the sprays, the leather cleaner, make sure the vacuum. I do the big clean and wash the vehicle and stuff. Also, we live in the Midwest and there is salt on the ground for roads, and that like gets all over your vehicle, and it's horrible for it. So I write down all of those tasks. And then I try to start thinking about if there's any other like new routines I need to implement to make our life a little bit easier. So on a personal level, that's what I end up doing. Even stuff like cleaning our robotic mop vac. I do that once per month. Cleaning our dishwasher, I do that once per month. Cleaning our professional office, I go in and like deep clean once per month. And so stuff like that is just, it's great. Like then it's out of sight, out of mind, but it's still also in the schedule so that I can't forget it. So that has really, really helped with the mental burden that I take on a daily basis for our family. And so that's where like the monthly to-do list comes in. Here, I have my old planner here. Let's see. Okay, so September, like this is what I have. I clearly didn't mark off everything that I do, but I look at this all the time to be able to plan. See, August, I didn't get it done, and I feel really defeated when I don't do that. And then July, let me see. July didn't have a spot available for it because it was a new planner. Let's look forward here. See, this didn't get decorated, but I still did it. And okay, renew nursing license. That's something I have to do every couple of years, or there's other things that are every 3 years professionally. And it's so easy to forget like what month and what year are these things due. So when it's already pre-written in, I don't have to worry about it. Renew Costco membership. It's very easy to forget what month that is. My son has meds that need refilled every single month. Like here, truck plates were due. I mean, easy to forget until that big bill comes into the mail. Like in the state of Iowa, our registration fees are super, super high. Okay, and then in October, because it's getting ready to have a change of season, I need to start looking at kids' winter jackets. Okay, so it is so, so helpful. Like November, see, this is more what it normally looks like. So helpful to end up doing this. So I really, really encourage you guys to do something such as that because it takes away the mental burden, which is so, so worth it. So, okay, I know that feels off track, but my whole goal with my channel is not to sell my kits to you guys. It's to help you guys decrease your stress and increase your productivity. And also, here's the thing too. Don't think that I'm on the go nonstop and that I don't forget things or do things at the wrong time, show up at the wrong time, feel overwhelmed, all that kind of stuff. Like everybody does. But I have to say a lot of the routines and processes that I have in place really saves a lot of that mental burden. So one of the focuses for this year, so each year I'm kind of like, what can I do to help my family's stress? Like where are our bottleneck areas? And so I've always menu planned, but I usually don't assign it to a specific day. And I feel like that is something that I'm trying out these first few months to see if that helps out. And then another thing, I almost put the 19th down here. Got to flip over here. The other thing is it's not doing the laundry. Like laundry gets clean. Most of the time my kids wear something and by the next day it's clean already. It's folded. It's on the table in like nice piles. Each kiddo or each person in the family has a pile. We have a 8-seat table. How do you say it? We have an 8-seat table, and so each person gets their own pile. So if this is, we'll just use these 6 because we have 6 in our family though. There's a chair at each of these areas too on the outside of the table. Like this would be my youngest child's like folding clothes, and then on the chair draped over it is all of the hanging clothes. And then this is the next oldest, all the folded clothes, and then draped over the hanging clothes. And then I keep on going up by age. And so everybody knows exactly whose pile is what and who needs to take their piles up. So a few of the bottlenecks, like we're really good getting to this point, and then we're really busy, everybody gets really tired, and I'm like, oh, we can hang up everything tomorrow, don't worry about it. And next thing you know, they're sitting there for like 3 days. And so the goal for this year is, what can I do to help everybody with this, right? Because I'm home more than they are. And I feel like I'm very blessed as a mom to be able to do this stuff for my family. And so what I did, I ended up buying like square laundry baskets so that it's very easy for the kids to carry up and down. And after I fold, so right, we have the 6 spots. After I fold my youngest's clothes, like it's all done, I put all those clothes into her basket, and then the hanging clothes that are here, I drape over the basket. So then it's one less step she has to do. She has to take the basket upstairs to her room, and she has to put away her clothes and hang her clothes. And then that basket becomes her dirty clothes basket that she throws everything in. And then when I tell them, hey, bring me your dirty clothes, they bring that basket of their dirty clothes back down. I dump it into a whole pile all together, clean out the basket, and then it goes over to the table to do this process all over again. So each person, all 6, even like mom and dad, have their own basket. That part has helped a lot, okay? Like everybody has liked that part, and it's a good process. The other part also that I am changing, usually I'm like, hey, laundry, everybody like bring it to me at once. What I'm changing is we have 3 levels to our house. Oh, that's all because 28 days in February. Okay, just getting out work scripts here to put my work schedule in next while we are chit-chatting. So we have 3 levels to our house. So we have bedrooms in the basement. There's no bedrooms on the main level that anybody is currently sleeping in. Like we have a guest room, but that doesn't produce laundry per se. And then we have the upstairs level that have bedrooms also. So, okay, I need 6 of them. I think these are the ones that we are going to use this time. So what we are doing is also making it so that I do per level. And when is the main level, that is like the towels, washcloths, bedding type day. And so this makes it even easier that it's not like an overwhelming amount of laundry all at once, which granted, like I said, I'm really good at keeping up with the laundry, like the washing, the folding. It's the putting away and hanging up. And some of that is just kids' rooms are messes. And so they're not super messy. They're not horrible. But when I go in there, I just want to clean and organize instead of putting stuff away, like putting clothes away. So anyways, doing basement bedrooms, like they bring up their laundry, I do it, it goes back down. Like it's just less of a mental burden. And what I'm going to start doing also is when I'm putting the hanging clothes over the back of a chair, I'm going to put them on a hanger, because that's where the bottleneck is for my kids, is they don't want to hang it up. So then it ends up on the floor, and then it ends up in the laundry again. I'm not alone when I speak of this. I know tons of other moms are just like, yep, I am washing clean laundry every single week. And it's frustrating, right? Like I'm working hard for our family, and then you kind of feel like disrespected when that happens. So I'm trying to do more for them. And then also, you know, like if I can, I'm going to actually like take it to their room and put it away. And that's where the separate levels of the house come in, because then I'm just working and focusing on one level of the house. And I'm also thinking, while we do that, of basically making each level of the house a different day of the week. So like Monday can be basement, and I do all the cleaning, picking up, reorganization, the laundry, putting away, all that kind of stuff in the basement for that week. Let's see, the 20th is what I'm looking for. And I believe that is the last one. We have a vacation day here and a vacation day there. So actually, let's put work scripts there, and then I'll just write vacay next to it so that I am aware that my whole schedule is in here, or I'll feel like I'm missing days. So yeah, I'm trying to pre-plan and rework processes, like fine tune them even more to make them work even better. So long rant, just trying to give y'all some advice on what's working or not working. This is part of the reevaluating each month and seeing like what we need to do and how we need to do it. Okay, let's go ahead and write in our work days and location. Okay, we have all those in. And if you guys have any advice down below, either for me, for other moms, for other families, even if like your kids are grown and gone, give advice down below. And I think a big portion of our issues today as Americans is we just have too many clothes. So then it ends up being like a big snowball effect. And so, yeah, like I got rid of quite a few clothes, like a lot of clothes, to try to help with this process, and it became way easier at that point. We're gonna get out our color coding stuff. It became way easier at that point to keep up with the clothes. Okay, I color code everything. High school dance, high school, studio dance, and then elementary. Okay, so this works really, really well. Usually one of the first things that we put in is our studio dance, because that is very, very repetitive. Like the schedule stays the same for the whole entire year. Let's do, this is gonna go over here because it's in my way. We also need to put trash and recycling assignments in here too. Okay, that looks good. These ones will also be like studio, but I'm gonna wait till we actually get to those. And then, do I want to write the times in here, or do I want to put a key over here with the times? I almost like when they're actually written in. Okay, there's a few things like Mardi Gras. Like these ones we can kind of get rid of. President's Day, we don't have school on that day, so I might leave that one to say why. Groundhog Day. Okay, so we have our studio ones in. We need to do trash and recycling. And those are on the second page here. And the other thing too, I guess I didn't verbalize I did this, but we need to look to see if there's anything that is a long break or a long weekend that we need to end up marking. And I'd say really it's just like the competition weekends. There's really nothing else that is really big. But I'm questioning if I need to use these or if I have like a really skinny washi strip. Let's go, it's towards the back. I think even further, right here. These skinny ones is what I'm thinking of. Like those will work really, really well. And we actually, right before I started filming, we got some schedules. So now I know like more appropriately what we're doing. So this will be a Saturday, Sunday. This one should be a Friday, Saturday. So let's get out. I'm gonna use, I think that lighter pink one, surprisingly. I was thinking of this darker pink, but I said this one will be, what else do we have to write there? Nothing, we should be good. Okay, this one, here we go, will be those days, and I'm just going to tear it off. And then this one I said will be Saturday, Sunday. Good, good, good. This, we have a dance convention, and I don't recall, I want to say it is a Saturday, Sunday. Does this fit in there? It can fit over here though, because I won't go all day Sunday. There we go. And then let's go ahead and put one in for Saturday. So when my kiddos were younger, before I implemented a lot of our routines and stuff, I felt like I was drowning, and I'm like, why can all these other women across the room like stay afloat and not be overwhelmed and go get their hair cut and their nails done and their eyebrows done and their kids look so perfect and go work out 7 days per week, and I can't even just like keep up with a minimum. Guys, that's not reality. Like, I feel like more people than not is feeling overwhelmed and having a hard time. So, okay, we have all those. Let's start going. Oh, the trash and recycling, you guys. You're probably yelling at me, but then I thought of the washi strips. Okay. Yeah, don't feel ashamed to be like, I need help or I need to change something, and then just try different routine changes. Really put forth the effort on it to make it a routine. And then if it's not working, fine tune it more to make it work for you. Okay, so the first week will be a trash. Where do I want to put these? Let's just put them in this corner like this. I'm going to fold this back so that it's easier to see. So trash will be every other week, so off, on. And then recycling right here are the opposite. Oops, it went flying. I use this all the time to refer to it because I don't know why I can never ever remember if we put recycling out the week before or not, or my husband's always like, I don't know how you don't remember this. And really it's because I have a resource to look into and worry about it that way. Okay, I think I'm gonna go through and write in our times for our dance here real quick. All right, so those are all down, and now we are going to go back and we're going to start going through day by day. We also need to put in our injection schedule. So get out our sticker storage, and right here is what we need. Okay, and I don't know, like I feel like there's not, oh, right here, we'll use the green and the purple will probably end up matching really, really well. So we'll go every other week here. Let's put it up actually towards the top. Okay, and then let's go back and see, purple will be, so this last week was a double, so purple will be single. Okay, this worked out really good. I was scared these were going to be backwards, but the purple will be a single injection week and the green will be a double injection week. There we go. Love that. And then we can get these to the side. Okay, now looking at it, on the first, there is nothing. On the second, we just have high school dance after school. So just gonna put that there and write in the time. Actually, now that I look at it, I don't know if they have dance. It does say 3:45 to 5, but I think they have a basketball game that they are performing on that night. So let's come over and get, and I think that's only one for the month. So get one basketball, and I'm gonna put it there, and then I have to double check that. On the third, we just have normal stuff. Okay, I work here. And then we have early release. We haven't put those in. So let's go here, get our early release stickers. And there are 4 weeks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will need 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Let's put them there. There we go. So early release is on, and then we have for high school, I don't know if this is going to happen because I work, but there's course selection for the next year, and that is at 6 p.m. Course selection. Obviously, I will suggest to my husband to go, but you could see like a pickup happens, and I want to say it's like a good hour long. I'll also maybe try to see if somebody can come in and relieve me from work like an hour and a half early, but usually like we're kind of tight staffed right now. So there's other ways I can get this course selection done. So not a huge ordeal if we don't make it there. And then on the 5th, we don't have anything extra. Here we have extra rehearsals for dance. So let's put that there. And it's 4:30 to 6 L solo. And that'll make sense to me. And then we need some boxes. So let's get these out. And I usually use these bigger boxes when there is a dance comp day. Let's also write it bold here. And we are going to do this one. So let's write dance comp solos duet. And that way I know like which one we're talking about and why there is that washi strip. And then I'll have to put in the times and all that kind of stuff. I haven't really looked at them. I just looked to see like what day that we are on. So I at least figured out that part. Okay, then when we flip, all right, let me know down below what you guys are working on and all that kind of stuff. This we're still gonna work on. It's just kind of in the background right now. Okay, the 8th, nothing. The 9th, nothing. The 10th, nothing. That all this feels so weird. I mean, there's little stuff, but we've already filled it in. The 11th, we have this appointment here. And so let's go ahead. We're gonna use one of these, and it is 2:30 for endocrine. Okay, so let's do that. Let me double check that. Actually, they moved that up. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Let's get that off of there. This must be an old sticky note that I didn't remove. When they called to switch it. So, okay, that's just a throwaway sticker at this point. So the 11th, we don't have anything. That's great. And then listen to this. The 12th, we don't have anything. That's even greater. Okay, the 13th, we have classroom parties, and that is for elementary. So it is going to be this. And I'm hoping to go and volunteer. It's really hard though, because it is only like the last 20 minutes of the day and I have 3 different kids. Granted, they're 2 classrooms now, so that part helps. But I think who I'm gonna prioritize is my 5th graders, because it's their last year in elementary. They move on to middle school next year, and I'm not quite sure they'll get classroom parties anymore. So to make it a little special, I think that they would be who I'm going to prioritize for that one. Okay, then here we have solo duet only. This one, oh, I wrote it wrong. This is not solo duet. This is groups only. Glad I looked at that. I'm gonna replace that sticker. So, okay, and then for this one, that's a solo duet only, and we don't have that schedule yet. Let's use this darker. And we're just gonna put dance comp, and then right here we'll put solo duet. There we go. That looks nice. I like that. Let's get this one on there again. We make it work, right? Okay, that is really cute. Anything else here? I don't think so. See, this is going really fast. 15th, nothing. Here I work and we have no school. So let's go ahead, use a dark box here, and there we go. We are gonna find a no school sticker, because when in doubt, just use a sticker. Okay. And just lay it in there. I really dislike that I work on the days that they have no school, but it also helps during tax season because then there's no like running around that needs to happen and such. And also I get off on the early side. Every now and then I will trade people like half shifts so that I'm not gone the whole entire day. So yeah, we'll kind of reevaluate that too as it gets closer. 17th, nothing extra. 18th, nothing extra. Then 19th, we have an orthodontist appointment, and let's do this pink, and it is at 8:20. L ortho, and that way I know who it is. And she has been taking herself. I might go to this one though, because I feel like we're getting close to getting them off, and this might be a decision day. So yeah, I'm probably going to try to make that one instead. Okay, then we have, this is a dance convention. Let's put that down first, because then we have optional solo duet type practice. We are going to put, it's like the only thing going on that day, so we're going to use a bigger one, and let's do this one. Okay. And just get it thrown in there. And then we have the optional rehearsal, and this is for solos and duets. So let's put a dot a little bit higher. I work, but sister can help out with all this because she'll also be there. So it's 6:30 to 8:30 for like everything. Oh no, she has to be there before that too. Oh. Dad will help out also. Good thing I'm looking at this. 4:30 to 6 is her solo. And then I said 6:30 to 8:30. And I'm going to write optional because it is, but we're still going to go. This one is for solos and then a duet. Okay. So that's going to be a long day. We need to figure out something for supper already there. I could see that being an issue. Okay. And then here we did all that. We're almost done here on this part, and then we're going to move into the next calendar. And I kind of like doing all these 3 calendars together on a really long video because it shows you so many different ways to use your calendar. Okay, 22nd, nothing but the dance convention. This one we have an end of season dance banquet. Let's use this one, and there we go. have not heard anything else. So I'm hoping it's actually on this day. And I think it's at 6 p.m. It's usually really fast. And like last year we had a meal catered in, but this year I swore they were speaking of not doing that, which is kind of unfortunate. I wish they would. Maybe I'll reach out to a couple of the moms and see if we just want to like, we catered in tacos last time, but maybe we can just like pre-make stuff and show up with it. Like everybody like makes a different portion of it so that it's still kind of fun. Okay, the 24th, I work. We have dance. The 25th, we have a parent night. Let's do this one. I haven't heard anything about this to know anything. I just saw it on the district calendar. It's at, I swear I had recently seen the time. It's like 5 or 6 at night. But it's a 5th grade parent night and honors night. So 5th grade parent / honors night. And it's actually at the middle school instead of it being at the elementary. Guys, it's getting real. Like, I'm not okay. Like, who else is not okay with the idea that their kids' elementary journey is almost done? With my oldest, I didn't have to encounter this because I kind of did, I kind of didn't. So we homeschooled her and she chose to go into the public school system in 7th grade, which what a hard year to decide to do it, but we were like encouraging to her. So I went through the feelings of we're not homeschooling anymore and you're leaving me and you're going to a public school. But this is like, they're done with elementary and they're going into middle school. And so, oh, all the feels, you guys, all the feels. Okay, the 26th were good. And then here we have quite a few things going on. So I don't know if we can use boxes per se, because I almost feel like it's not going to fit. Okay, we have an appointment, and that will be the first thing of the day. And so this is why I took a work vacation day on this day, because I knew it was going to be busy. And then the other 2 things, let's write that in for spacing. 10:40 is a GI appointment. So 10:40. Okay. And then the next thing is they have Battle of the Books, I guess at 10. Oh, that's during the day. Okay, that helps out. That helps out a lot. Battle of the Books. We haven't heard anything else on this, and I keep telling my kids there's like 25 books for them to read, and I think each of them have read 2. And I'm like, y'all gotta get going on this. So, and then this last one, actually, I am so putting in a box because this is special. It is a glow dance. And I was thinking it was for my 5th graders only, but I guess I didn't write down a grade. So there is a chance, actually, let's make this bold. There is a chance that all of my elementary students get to go. Okay, glow dance. Like I said, I haven't heard anything about it, but this sounds fun, and I really hope that they do it because my kids will love the heck out of it. Okay, so we have that. The 28th, then we have a solo duet practice right in the middle of the day, so noon to 1. And this is, it would be for my little girls, so B and K solos, and then L duet. We have different choreographers for different stuff. Like one of my child's solos versus her duet is different choreographers. So we have different times. So we've got to make sure like who we're meeting and where and when and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Over here, I know like a haircut for my son monthly is, or everybody's med refill. So med prescription, that's a duplicate, but that's okay. And we'll go from youngest to oldest because we are now, let's see, my oldest doesn't have anything. We're now at a point that like kids have a few prescriptions that we have to worry about. And so I'm just writing everybody, and that way I could keep track of who got what when. So all of that kind of stuff. And then I think we're good as far as that goes. I don't need to go in depth over here quite yet. Okay, so I kept this out to remind me to do this, and I'm really happy I did because otherwise I would have forgotten. We want to flip back here and make our February to-do list. And to do that, let's see what all we have. Oh, where'd those go? I do have these, but we only have 3 of them. So actually that might not work this month. Usually we have more than 3 left. And so I don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's go back to those washi strips that we had. Oh my gosh, this kit, that was one of my favorite kits also. I really just love those big detail, or big bold, I think is what I'm wanting to say, the big bold ones. I went by them right there. Oh, that one could be a February. Oh, here we go. This whole colorway is so perfect for this. Let's see. Sizing wise. Okay, they are all long enough sizing wise. I question if I want this one because that looks really, really cute. And actually, should we do something different? Let's do this. Because this is long enough to do this with. We are going to make a little border on this side instead. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Oh, let me get that part fixed. There's a little bubble in the page. There we go. Okay, we have that part. And then I guess the question is, where's these skinny ones? We have... These blues could be really pretty, actually, or the dark pinks, or that blue. Let's do, I think, those blues. And actually, let's do, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Decisions. Let's purple. I didn't need the length of the other one, so I don't want to waste it doing extras. And half of this will be covered up with the label, and half of it won't. All right, our X-Acto knife. And pre-doing these is so helpful because I start writing in stuff for the month, like ahead of time. So super, super helpful. Okay, and then we are going to come over here. These are my A5 monthly to-do headers. The A5 and 7x9 fit in the 7x9, same with the A5. It's just how much space do you want to take up with it versus how much space do you not want to. And so I just take this, and do I want it towards there? Let's do it right in the middle. See how it covers up the majority of that? Okay. And then we'll make our running to-do list down here. I guess the question is, do I want anything on the bottom here? No, I think we're gonna leave that open unless I have some decorative, like Valentine decorative ones. All right, I haven't looked through these seasonal ones forever from Happy Planner, but let's flip through them and see. We have very pastel-y colors, and so I don't know if we'll find stuff like faint enough for that. These are in order of season, so we should be coming upon it. There's summer, here is spring. Yeah, I don't feel like this one has anything for February. Let's double check this one. Oh. Okay, maybe I flip by it. Like these ones are really pretty, but I feel like not pastel-y at all. Let's see. That is pretty, but again, like, is it I like that one. Pick fresh berries. Yeah, I don't know if it's enough though. And let's look through this one here real quick too. Yeah, we might be batting out. Kova's standing next to me with her ball in her mouth, asking me to play. My poor baby. These are cute, but again, they're bright. Okay. Well, that answers that. Let's just go ahead. We are going to find a cute box to put down here and write 2026 in it. I think the most appropriate is probably this purple one. And let's get out the fat tip part and just write 2026. And that will just give it a little bit of I don't know, it needs something down here. There we go. And I like that one a lot. Okay, so then we have our monthly. The dashboard, guys, I end up not using the dashboard. So you know what I am going to do on this, just because I don't use it, is we're going to use one of these. And I feel like this one is definitely more appropriate, I would say. We do Sunday starts for our calendar. But yeah, so we're going to use this one. And what I'm thinking is this can be my menu plan, which is really good. All right, so you just put that straight across. And then let's see if we have a February script way in the back. I feel like we do. Yes. So let's get a February out. And we could just throw that right up there. These are from my month label script. You end up getting, I say it's like 4 sets of each day or each month of the year, and they are different sizes. So you have like a big one that could fit the monthly, and then you have medium sized ones. And I just kept going until I could fit as many on there as I possibly could. You know what we haven't done? We need to go back and put the kit number in on the monthly one. So if you turn this upside down, because I end up not using this page, and then I'm just like, oh, this kind of stinks. If I didn't do this, I feel like I would use this page, but I like it the other way better. And so, and I'm not whitening any of this out because I don't really care if there is a shadow through. I don't recall. Yeah, there's just a tiny bit of like the February up here, but again, that's fine. So I just line it up here. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm peeling away as I'm laying down. And I like this, just made this productive instead of an unusable page. And then my precision scissors, my kiddo has been using for her craft, so I don't have them here. So we're just gonna grab our huge ones. And okay, let's get out our tweezers. And then I like to put this way down here at the bottom corner. And then I will go through and I'll write the days of the week in here, like the dates in here. And this just became my menu plan. So that is perfect. So let's look at this. Here's our February to-do list. That is perfect. Here is this. We were wanting to put on, let's get rid of stuff that we're not using anymore. We need to put on our month or our kit label. Okay. And for this, I usually just go like right down here. Okay, so that is perfect. And then I think the only other thing sooner or later I might put in here is like assign a day back to grocery shopping. I used to always every single Wednesday. And then I started working a lot of Wednesdays. But when I look at this month, it really isn't the case. So that might go back to being like the weekly grocery shopping. Okay, and then we will have our meal plan right here, and then these start going with the monthly. This might be a free page to use for something, not quite sure yet. And then we'll go into the next week. So this one is done. Let's get it closed up and get the next one out. Okay, the next one we are going to do is our fitness one. We're also going to use kit 394 for this. You can see this last one, I ended up just like kind of pre-decorating on my own with a whole bunch of happy planner stickers. And I do love this. I love it a lot. I was highlighting out when I did the workouts. I have a few more I need to highlight out that I did get done. Over here, I kind of put like what my focus is supposed to be. But then I thought, okay, let's use one of my kits also. So you can see I'm using this planner like it's working. I was sick for a long time. That kind of threw a lot off. But I'm getting back into it and I'm doing good. So let's go into, I said this will be a monthly journal. I can either do a workout plan, and last month I did Chat GPT. I said, hey, this is what I want, this is what I want to do. And I said like my age and my weight and my capabilities, and it came up with a plan for me. I do feel like the plan was kind of easy, but I also feel like, you know, don't overwhelm yourself. So we are going to lay down some of the basis of the kit and see which way we end up liking in the end more. That's the cool thing about planners. Like you could change stuff around a lot and it makes a big difference. Really on these, I don't know, do I want to do a daily weight? Do I want to write in my workouts? I'm not quite sure exactly what direction I want to go with this quite yet. But I do know I need to lay out my month. Like I need to get this part going on it. So, and I love this kit so much. This is the one I decided to use twice because it is so gorgeous. Like the pink with the blue. I love that color combo. Okay. So January wasn't great for weight loss. Wasn't bad, wasn't great. I didn't gain. And months before that, I was just gaining every single month. So that is a win. We still have a few more days before, like on the 1st, I'm going to take another weigh-in. Monday's my weigh-in day, but I'll do it on Sunday here and do measurements and all that kind of stuff. And so then I'll kind of reevaluate. My downfall is my diet hasn't been there. It hasn't been bad. I've been, compared to what I was before that, I've been holding back. But then I've been tracking stuff and still seeing how many calories, even on a day that I feel like I really held back, and see how many calories it ends up being still. I love that I'm tracking that because it's eye-opening and it's learning and it's encouraging on stuff that I can change. So let me put in these date dots here real quick and I'll be right back. All right, so we have all our date dots laid out. We have like all of the out frame laid out. I think another thing I want to put in here is the weigh-in days. Ooh, look, I opened straight up to it. I have all these extra scales and stuff, and so I feel like it's worth like putting in the weigh-in days ahead of time, because regardless of what I write in here, like weigh-in days are important. So it's every Monday, but then it is also like the beginning of the month. So we need 3 more here. Okay, anything else? I don't think so. Okay, there we go. That way I know what my weigh-in days are. This is like weigh-in day and take measurements. So let's just write in those real quick because those are really neat, easy. So weigh in and measurements. And then let's write in weigh-in. Perfect. Okay, over here will be like goals and focuses and stuff like that. I kind of want to finish out January before I like pull forward and see like what else ends up working. Okay, so fitness is all done. Okay, now we're going into our dashboard planner, and we have our kit 393. We have all 3 of them here. I don't know if I'll need all 3 of them, but I did pull them just in case. This is what January looked like. So before that, I was trying to use it, but it just wasn't, like, I haven't found like a really good way of using it that is super, super helpful. This was probably the closest one to being really helpful. So I put in what the video is. I'll highlight it off when I'm done. Down here will be week 5 fit is already ready to go. And let's grab a highlighter and just highlight that off. So everything else that's written in hasn't been done. You can see I'm a whole entire week behind from where I wanted to be. That's just what sickness ended up doing. It is what it is. This is helping. This is part of the quarterly plan that I ended up doing. And saying like what week needs to be assigned to what action. And so we're probably going to put that in again. So let's go. These are just the stickers that I am using for this week. So we're just going to put them in there. And then I've already put in the week ones. This is really important actually for planning with Jamie, like for my business more than any other ones, just because everything in the planner world, or at least definitely like Erin Condren, uses a lot of weekly basis type items. And so my mind has really been trained on that, and it really works. Like seeing that we are 6 weeks into the year, like a half of the way through the first quarter, like that motivates me to really get going. So again, this is kit 393 that we are using. We're going to lay down our big stickers first. There we go. I had considered like pre-planning what week or what day I want to like film and all this kind of stuff. But the issue is when I've done that in the past, my corner is bent here. When I've done that in the past, I end up with like a lot of orders and stuff. And then I want to work on the orders instead of filming, or like my throat, it hurts, or I'm coughing. So then I can't film. So that's where I get a little hiccup on like pre-scheduling stuff. My hard part, I want to say, for everything planner wise, is just that there's 6 of us that I have to plan around, and really like my plans are usually the least priority. Like I will put everybody else above me. And I don't know if I need to stop that or where I'm sitting with that, but they're my family and I'm the mom and I love it. So I don't see it going anywhere. I've just got to figure out on the days that nothing is taking up my time the best way to be productive, which is where the pre-planning comes in and really, really helps out. Okay, going to put in these date dots again, and I'll be right back. Okay, and this one is good. I ended up, I'm actually going to put these 2 back because I ended up not needing these. And so these can go back in stock. I kind of liked this actually, because just using one page, it shows you like this one page can make a very complete spread. Usually you do not have a whole entire week down here with nothing, but these colors are so muted. Honestly, you can write like a verse, you can write like a good quote, you can write memories, you can, each day of the week, you can assign your tasks. Like this will be menu planning and grocery shopping. This will be floors and laundry. This will be like, I kind of like that idea actually. So you have a lot of options, but this is what I use for my business. And then looking back here, I am looking at where I'm supposed to be, and I'm like a week behind. Like I need to design stuff this week. So then next week will be the thumbnails and listing. And then this week will be, okay, this will work out. So thumbnail, listings. And how did I end up writing that? I like that. Like it has helped so much. So I'm going to continue. So thumbnail listing, April kits. And it's 401 through 405. So that way I know that is the focus of that week. And then this will be release week. So April release week. April kit release week. 401 through 405. Okay, and then we will have design week. And this will be May kits. And it'll be 406 through, I'll have to look to see like where we end with that. And then I'll fill in these as I go on. Okay, so this is also where I feel like I don't use this. So again, I feel like what I'm gonna end up using is this. So let's put a Sunday start on here. Well, actually, yeah, let's put a Sunday start on here. This, I could put my pre-plan of what I want my videos to be, and that way I'm not like scratching it all out. If it doesn't happen, then it's just on this sheet versus it being on the other one. Okay, this is the months of the year sheet that I was talking about, and let's just find a February right here, and we're just gonna throw it up there. So these are the smaller size, we have a medium size, and then we have a big size. So there's 4 different sets of all 12 months on here. And then we are gonna do like we did last time, turn it upside down, just start this top to peel and line it up here. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I just kind of push down. We have a little bubble in there, so let's pull it up here real quick. I think my paper shifted as I did it. There we go. End up pushing down and pulling the paper away, and that is pure perfection. We need to get our kit number here. So this is kit 353. Is so springy, but yet, oh my gosh, the colors just remind me also of Valentine's Day. Okay. And this is just gonna go way down here in the corner is where we like it. So that one is done also. Okay, so I'm liking this. I am liking this. Here is our dashboard monthly. This is all things business. Here is our second monthly. This is our fitness one. And so this is in the vertical planner. Okay, and last but not least is our main planner. And this has like all of our personal schedule going on. So, oh my gosh, you guys. All right, guys, there you have it. This is all 3 planners all set up for the monthlies. I absolutely love it. I am so excited for this, and it just takes off such a mental burden that was in my brain at the beginning of this day. All right, give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.